We back and keep this shit going. Yeah, y'all see I got the crowns in the background. You know what I'm saying? The brother make all types of crowns, you know what I'm saying? As I tell y'all all the time, there'll be links in the description for everything. If you want to get your brother an offering for the knowledge that I'm dropping, or if you need to reach out and contact me and you need some direction, you want to build, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you just want to talk, you know what I mean? You can holler at me. But all the brother information for the crowns will be down in the description. But what I'm understanding, overstanding, and understanding is there is no solution in this world that will be greater made by the individual person than it is if it came from the divine. The divine solution is the only way to satisfy any problem within this retrospect, even if the problem is not rectified. The divine solution will always satisfy you personally to how you feel about anything outside of you. To be able to go within and access what the divine has for you, so therefore you can see clearly, is a telltale sign of outside attachments. Like if you can go inside and you can get that answer and you can feel overall good about your existence or about circumstances, then you know that you're not attached to certain things that may be deemable to hold you back. And see, the divine don't want us attached to nothing but that source of energy. I said one time in one of my bills, me and a homeboy of mine was up in New York. We was at an old spot or whatever. We was talking to this dude, and he was telling me about a book that he read called I can't remember the name of it, but it was in the aspect of not wanting nothing. And when you practice not wanting nothing, you attract everything, which is a beautiful concept. You know what I'm saying? Because most people got to put the energy into making things happen so they can feel better about themselves, when in fact the divine says, go forth and prosper, stay within me, and I will make sure you do not need or want for anything. So that's basically just telling you to make the idea believe in me, and I'll bring it into fruition. But there will be trouble. There will be things outside sources of the divine pretense that will try to knock you down from that unwavering from the understanding of what you have to do to stay in tune with the divine. You know, a weaker vessel will always feel like it has to speak its or get its point across. The strength comes from being still and letting the divine step in and guide you. That's why it's not a such thing as right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's never going to be a such thing as right and wrong in the eyes of the divine. We were laid to know that we were imperfect. So it's like certain things that's known don't need to be spoken. You know what I'm saying? And what needs to be spoken most of the time ain't even known. So the more life changes and turns and churns in this magmatic understanding of life, the divine still stands firm in letting you know that come to me and there will be no problem that you can't solve. Respect. It's easy to get out of the mind and seek control. But I say this all the time, and I said it in the last few of my bills. Things that have no control seek to control everything outside of their self. When you don't have no personal self-control, you got to control the outcome of things. It's a telltale understanding that the unconditional love is not strong within that concept. Unconditional love is a practice, and that's not something everybody going to be able to get. But if you can practice all the time and grow that energy, then it'll serve you in a divine pretense. Look, I like going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially dealing with the circumstances of things you think you're not going to solve, and then be able to go inside and get a clear view. There's nothing in the world that's not unable to be manifest. And best believe the divine has endowed me with a whole bunch of gifts, understandings, concepts, and things to be able to do. So within life, the divine will endow me with things to go with that. Whether I know it or not, whether I'm assured of it or not, the divine will guide that pretense. So there is nothing to worry about, ever. People get so wrapped up in this world out here. Oh, this going on, that going on, shoot this, shoot that. I got this, got that. And they keep forgetting about the divine. I said in one of my other bills yesterday, I was like, some people go so far in their own mind to where they develop a level of clutter, and they can't free their mind from the things that they did within themselves. And that's a telltale sign that's showing you that you didn't do these things with the divine. We all make mistakes, but they also can be cleaned up with the divine. Come back to the divine. I heard a battle rapper say one day, he was like, yo, I can't remember who he was, but the bar went something like, I'm knocking, as long as I can knock on the ceiling, as long as I can knock on the basement ceiling of the divine house. I was like, woo! The way he put it together, that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, woo, boy, talking right now. If you can get out of your own headspace and you can put all your wherewithal into just letting go of what you think to be real, then the divine going to come in and show you that it's a whole world out there for you that you missed. Not using your own mind to get there, using the connection to the divine. Respect. I ain't going to hold you. I'm just going to get into another bill. You already know what it is. It's your boy, NAGA.